Hey, wrestling fans, F and True followers, and members of the YWC. Brian Crazy here, F and True Wrestling. Back at you with my TNA Impact Wrestling review for 8/25/2011. The show starts off with a video package highlighting the recent feud between Crimson and Kurt Angle. Then we move into the actual show. Angle comes out, Crimson comes out. These two kind of go back and forth discussing how this feud started. The lack of respect between Angle and Crimson. Crimson respects Angle. I mean, the lack of respect for Crimson from Kurt Angle. Moral comes down to the ring. Bully Ray is really hyping up Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle looks at them all and says, "None of you get involved in this match." Bully Ray kind of poses the question, "You're part of this group, right?" And Angle just totally ignores it and just says, "None of you get involved." Including Jarrett, which is kind of odd to see Kurt Angle and Jarrett on the same side, especially after the whole feud earlier this year. But business is business. You got to do what you got to do. Jarrett's out there, got a shirt that says approved by Mexican America or something along those lines, and he's showing it off in the camera, smiling. I mean, typical Double J, man. Fucking hilarious at every turn. Then we go into a backstage segment. We see Velvet, ODB, and Jackie. They're all discussing their match. Velvet's kind of concerned that these girls will not have her back due to the events in recent weeks. They're going against Angelina Love and Mexican America. ODB and Jackie double suplexed Angelina Love. They placed Velvet Sky on top because she was the legal woman. It was a 3-on-3 tag, and Velvet got the win. Post-match, Angelina Love and Mexican America get into it. Angelina Love pushes one of the members of Mexican America, which leads into a segment later on in the night. Then we see Kid Kash defeat Jesse Sorenson. Sorenson's kind of got a gimmick along the lines of a football player. Kind of reminds me kind of like Alex Riley, like a few others that have been in the business, kind of with the Christopher Nowinski. Well, he was more of a Harvard grad, but still, with the Letterman jacket and the whole nine. Kid was a solid wrestler, though. Kid Kash, impressive as always. Post-match, Cash goes to cut an interview, with Christy Hemme. Talks about how the kid is disrespectful, this, that, or the other. He's just like his son, his little boy. Put him over his knee, he's going to whip him. Just keeps calling him a boy. A fight almost breaks out. Security breaks it up. I see a feud developing between these two. What a great way to ignite the X Division. Newer guy, a more established wrestler. It's going to be good. Then we see RVD defeat the Pope by submission. Very impressive submission maneuver, by the way. Post-match, he goes to help the Pope up. Joe attacks Pope. Devon reluctantly, he's hurt. He's telling his kids no. He comes down. His kids are like, help him. Very reluctantly, he gets in the ring with a chair and kind of scares off Samoa Joe. The problem here being that Pope has endeared himself to Devon. Devon fully doesn't trust the Pope yet, and Samoa Joe's now vowed to take out everybody in the Bound for Glory series. I'm so glad they found a role for him. I'm sure they've seen it all over the net. WWE is interested in Joe. So they better create a program for him fast. He's a good competitor. Don't let him slip out, Then we see a backstage segment between Robbie E. and Rob the Freak Terry. He says, Little Rob and Big Rob need to join forces. Robbie E. goes on to say, what has Rob Terry really done? He's got 2 left feet in the ring, and he needs to, side with him. And, Rob Terry doesn't, he looks real angry, like he's about to hit him or something. He goes, I'll think about it. So who knows? There might be an alliance between the big man and Robbie E. Then we see Mexican America attack Angelina Love backstage. Then Winter comes out of frickin' nowhere, completely psychotic, smashing Serena's face into a wall. Grabs Rosita, chokes her out with a cord. I mean, crazy. Then we see Tracy Brooks and Eric Bischoff backstage talking about the Knockouts Law discussion that happened last week. Eric Bischoff is definitely looking to, get some cocktails with her, as he put it. Then we see Hogan and Flair come out. Sting comes out. Sting is just a complete ass tonight. Fucking great. I mean, every week the guy reinvents himself and makes it just so much better. He was like, oh, Hogan, let's have a hug. I was like, oh my God, this is classic. Goes up and hugs give me a hug, Hulk, sir. I mean, it was just simply hilarious. Flair freaks out, starts screaming back and forth. These guys are going to have their match if Sting can defeat Flair. Sting, talking Bound for Glory, Sting, Hogan. I know it's been done before, but this is huge for TNA. Huge for TNA. I mean, these are 2 of the biggest stars of the 90s and the early 2000s. Then we see Daniels and AJ cut a promo. Daniels wants to know if it's time to hang it up. Can he beat AJ Styles again? This is where all this has been coming from in recent weeks. Then we see Bully Ray, Steiner, and Gunner defeat the team of AJ Styles and Beer Money. Three quarters of Fortune. Well, actually 4/5 of Fortune if you include Kazarian. There's 5 guys. Whatever have you. I don't think that's really that important. Then we see Anderson come down in a Hummer. He attacks and bloodies Gunner, puts Steiner through a table. Then we see, I thought this was hilarious. Some of you guys might not like it. I personally thought it was hilarious. Eric Young sneaks into the golf course, attacks Scott Baio. He's got Scott Baio running after him, running behind him. Ends up jumping out of a tree, getting the pinfall. I simply think it was fucking great. Then we see Crimson defeat Angle by disqualification after Joe attacks Crimson, another one of the members of the Bound for Glory series. Joe has vowed to take them all out. He's taken out Devon. He's taken out Crimson. He's taken out Pope. Then we go into a backstage segment after they discuss the matches that we'll see next week. We'll see Knockouts Law match. We will see Knockouts Law, the decision about that. Then we'll see Knockouts title match. We'll see Mickey James go against Winter. And then we'll see Daniels versus AJ Styles. Then we go to a backstage segment where we see Samoa Joe take out Crimson and possibly break his leg on the steel stairs. More than likely can't that, but hey, makes a good show. So hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Sorry that's a little bit shorter than usual. I've been kind of flying these solo lately. JC Styles has just been doing lots of other endeavors. As you guys have noticed, you've seen him a lot on the Entertainment Channel. Check him out there. And for F and True Wrestling, Brian Crazy, and I'll catch you later.